right, I'm back. And I just want to talk about how we're, I'm going to use like a really common like saying, like how we're human beings, not human doings, right? And I was just having a talk with somebody, and so I was like, so basically the point of the topic was, this was me, I was explaining how I hate working. And they thought when I was like, oh yeah, I hate working, they thought, oh yeah, I hate working too. People are so annoying. Anyway, about to clock in. No, I mean like, let's like abolish the like workforce. I mean like, this isn't what humans are supposed to be doing type of thing. I mean like boycotting literally any type of job. That's what I mean. And that's when I realized that there are people who will complain about something over and over again, but never have any like real plan or stance on changing that. They just accept it. And then there are people who are like, no, I'm not accepting that. So basically, I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about, I don't know, whatever, working. And I was like, oh yeah, I hate working. I just dislike it. It's just, I don't think that's natural. And she was like, yeah, everybody hates working, but we still got to do it, to survive. And I don't agree. Like, and I was trying to explain to her that I don't agree. I don't think that's correct. I think that's what, the society makes you believe so that we can be worker bees. But she just wouldn't get it. And it's like, damn, y'all really are brainwashed. And not y'all, but like some people. But yeah, because this is probably going to be like a video of me just ranting about this conversation I had with that person, because it's like, my God, like she keeps complaining about stuff that's going on in our world. And then I'll like be like, well, maybe we could change it. We could do this, we could do that. There's this, there's that. She's like, but that's just how the world is. And I hate people like that. Like, I fuck with her, but like she has so much limiting beliefs, and just she's so trapped in like the white man's way of thinking. She doesn't even realize it. Because we were talking also about like colorism and how like dark-skinned black women are just treated so horribly in this country. We live in America. And I'm talking about like, some radical changes, some shit that's like actually could get us. I'm thinking of like some shit that could actually like get us to where we want to be. And she's just like, no, I don't think that'll happen. That's not realistic. So then it's like, why are you complaining about it to me then? Like, why are you in my ear right now? Just going on and on about how it's so fucked up. But then you don't got anything you want to do to fix that. I can't stand that. But then you want to like, when I'm like, oh yeah, there's definitely gotta be a change. You want to be like, nah, that's just how it is. In your world, I think I want everybody to understand that my reality is not your reality. Your reality is not my reality. Okay? So just because you think everything is just going to stay the way it is or whatever, that doesn't mean it's true. That doesn't mean it's completely done. It's absolute. Like, not everything is set in stone. Yeah, I just had to get that off my chest because it's been bothering me, because honestly, I've been kind of ignoring her calls and stuff she's been sending me, because it's like, I just don't feel like it's productive. I feel like I don't want to expose too much, but it's like, what's the point? I don't know. It's like, I'm not about to sit here and listen to you complain about a problem over and over again, but then you want to reject any ideas to fix it, or reject any, or even reject any positive, optimistic ideas of how there could be a change in it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even entertain the idea of things being better. But then you want to sit on my phone or in my ear complaining about it over and over. Come on now. Yeah. And then what else? I think what I really want to be studied, and you're probably going to be like, oh, it's already studied, it's natural. But this is for the real thinkers, for the real people who think outside the boxes. What is women's obsessions with having kids? No, I generally have never understood it since I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I was like, nah, I don't really want kids. I just never really understood why people even wanted kids in the first place. People would always be like, you'll get it when you're older. I'm older. People are still surprised I still don't get it. Because I'm like, this isn't like the 1800s where you need to have 10 kids to be able to work on your farm. You know what I mean? Like, what is the actual purpose? And when you ask people like the purpose, it's always so selfish and dumb. It's always like that's what you're supposed to do. And it's like, okay, you're listening to society again, all right? Or you need somebody to take care of you when you get older. Completely selfish, because that's why I was born, by the way. It's because my parents wanted somebody to take care of them when they were older. I now dislike my parents, and I want to get far away. And I have, actually, let me use present tenses. I have gotten far away from them. Or they're like, this is about the girl who, about the first part of the video. She was like, well, I want to see what me and my partner look like together. That's why you're bringing in a whole human into this earth? So that you could see a face smash of you and your partner? Okay. Just the other night, she had called me, and I didn't pick up because, I didn't want to talk to her. And then she called me again. I'm like, okay, let me talk to her. And she was like, she was talking about, I'm not going to talk about the specific couple, but she was talking about this couple, and she was like, oh my God, they're going to have such cute kids. I really want them to have kids. I want them to have 2 kids. While I was listening to her talking, I'm like, whoa, this is kind of weird. This is like really parasocial, because you see these 2 strangers on social media and you're like, you're wishing for them to have kids. You're waiting for them to have kids. You're like, oh, their kids are going to be so cute. Then I was like, so did the girl in the relationship say she even want kids? Like, because I was getting confused, because I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, isn't it, you don't think it's weird that you're wishing for 2 strangers to have kids? Like, whatever. And she was like, oh yeah, she mentioned like, in a joking way, like how their daughter's name or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. But I don't know, it's just, I don't get it. Like, I'm really trying to understand what fulfillment do they, and she like mentioned like they also said the couple that they want a long lasting fulfilling life. That was her response when I asked, like, do they even want kids? And so in her mind, I'm thinking she thinks to be in a long lasting fulfilling relationship, there has to be kids involved. And then that's when I'm like, oh yeah, okay, she's definitely been brainwashed by society. And I'm like, I already knew that, but like, I didn't know it was to this extent. Because it's like, you don't need kids to have a fulfilling relationship. Like, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of propaganda, because like every time I see people who are in a relationship and they have kids, they kind of seem better before the kids. It's like they were much closer. I don't know. But like, we also know that like band-aid babies are like a real thing. And I feel like that's what a lot of couples do, because it's like, or at least what she thinks is okay. I don't know. I don't get it. And I don't want to get it, because it's like, at the state of the world right now, and the kind of changes I want to see in the world, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing, just to have kids. I want there to be actual changes in the way people like me are treated. And I'm not saying I can't do that. You can't do that while having kids. But I got some big plans. I have some big hopes for myself, you know? And it's like, a lot of these people's plans, or especially the girl I was talking to, their end goal is kids. And they don't want to think about anything after that. And I feel like that's just very patriarchal way of thinking. It's a very primitive way of thinking, because it's like, they're still listening to the Bible when God said, like, get married and have kids. And that's and the funny thing is, like, when we're talking about like the Bible or God, she loves to refer to God as he. And that's how I know, like, ooh, girl, you haven't been awakened yet, because it's like, he, come on now. Okay. And you know, I hold some grace for her, because she's like, she came to America when she was like 14, 15. And so she was raised in Ghana, born and raised in Ghana. And Ghana is very patriarchal. It's been colonized by the British. So they made these Ghanaians believe completely in their heart and soul that God is a man, a white man specifically, and that men are just completely better than women. So that's why I don't really associate with a lot of Ghanaians that are like born and raised in Ghana, because that thinking, it's so programmed into their mind. It's really hard to like, you know, find one that doesn't actually believe that women are below men, or that they don't have to get married and have kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of just sad. It's really sad, because it's like, when will my people be free? And it's really funny how, like, right now during this time, for like the past months, I mean since like last year, like the divine feminine has really been rising. Mary Magdalene, Hathor, Astarte, just ancient women goddesses, feminine goddesses have been really, there's been a uprising, that just not in terms of like in the media, but just like actually like spiritually wise, like, you know, there's a lot of women that are waking up. And it blows my mind when I see a woman who still is stuck in that old world with like the whole, you know, patriarchy, white supremacy stuff. Yeah. It's like, sometimes I sit here and I'm like, what are we gonna do about them? But I'm like, I don't need to worry about that. I just gotta focus on myself. And we just gotta, if you're a woman like me, we just gotta focus on ourselves. We just gotta, don't even try to educate them, because they be stubborn as hell. It's like, for some reason, women who are stuck in that patriarchal system hold on to men so hard, they will literally just like tear off every part of themselves to stay under a man's control. And like I said, it's sad. Like, I don't even know what, I don't even want to really deal with it. I think if we just stay on, our path and know the truth about, this world, yeah, there's really nothing else. Okay. Bye.